All right, good evening. We have just entered the evening. I'm going to talk about something a little bit kind of related to money. I want to talk about religion. I thought I'd start off by talking about religion. I'll probably start with Hinduism. The truth is that I know nothing about Hinduism. I know that sometimes they're vegetarian and stuff like that, but there's a money part to this. Hindus, and you'll notice Indian women, they really know their gold, okay? They are just as good as professional gold cleaners and maintainers, okay? They know how to maintain their gold. They know how to clean it. They never give it away, okay? So what they do is they start collecting the gold at a young age, from the age of like 13, 8 years old, 9 years old. And even when they're in their 70s, they still have all of their gold, right? Eventually, they I don't know what they do with it, but they get the gold and they clean it perfectly on their own and they maintain it. All their gold jewelry is absolutely beautiful, okay? So we talked about Hindus. Since we're on that, Buddhism, I don't know much about it except that it's supposed to be very humble. You have Shaolin monk temples who live on basic rice type food and they practice martial arts and meditation all the time. They meditate a lot and then they do martial arts. Judaism is supposed to be the original Abrahamic religion. Some Jews don't even believe in the Torah, to be honest, though. I know that they eat kosher food, which is supposed to be, it's some kind of religious ritual done to make the food clean. In Israel, I believe it's mandatory that all the meats have to be kosher. Jews living elsewhere will go to a Jewish supermarket to have kosher. Muslims, let's get to Muslims. So what I can say is that I do believe that Islam I don't believe that it's a God-given religion. I know it's an Abrahamic religion, or claims to be the third Abrahamic religion. I don't believe that it's true. I think they just took a bunch of stories from the Torah and the Bible, and then they made their own version of it. It's supposed to be in Arabic and everything. The Torah is in Hebrew, by the way. So the Quran is in Arabic. I just don't believe any of it. I don't believe in the Prophet Muhammad. And I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just letting you know that I personally don't believe in the Prophet Muhammad. I just can't believe in something that makes no sense. Apparently, he was in a cave when an angel came to him inside the cave, and he was, I don't know what the story is, but he wrote that book, and people followed that religion. And I don't really know much about it, but sounds fake. I mean, to be very honest, it's not a bad religion at all. They teach a lot of good morals. Oh, this is what they have, a certain charity. Like each person has to give, I think it's like 5% of their charity or something, 5% of their income to charity or something. So it's like a tax, which is a good thing, and it has to do with money. Another interesting fact, Muslim men do not wear anything gold. Okay, that's another interesting fact. And they have a similar, they took kosher and then they made their own thing called halal. All right, so they took a lot of things from other religions, and they don't deny it. They just claim that their book has not been changed like the other books, but that they do recognize that the other books came first and that they're real religions. I personally don't believe in any of those Abrahamic religions. Well, I don't know. I just don't believe in Islam. Okay, so anyways, moving on. Is there anything else to say about? I don't know that much. I really don't care, but I don't care. I don't even want to get it. I know even a Muslim doesn't want to get into into it with me. I'm sure they want to just preserve their own ideas, and you know what? Outside opinions coming in and telling them things that they don't want to hear because they're happy with what they're doing. So I won't touch into that. I don't want to touch into that. I don't want to insult anybody or their religion, but at the same time, I let them know that it's pretty obvious religions aren't real at all. Moving on. What else? I don't know. There's a bunch of religions out there. There's just so many religions, and it's fine. Okay, I don't know. How does it tie into money? Money is big in religion. You gotta remember that. Even if you have no religion, money is big. Okay. You see, these religions have cultural influences. So when a wedding happens, there's dowries. The husband pays the wife or whatever when they're getting married. The soon to be husband and wife, they give each other dowry. And every religion has its own practices and traditions within everything, and that includes money. Religions will encourage you to donate money to your religious center or your religious temple, whatever it is. And all religions, Hindu, all the religions, even all the religions, they do encourage funding your local temple, whatever it is. Even atheism or agnosticism, whatever it is, whatever they are, they have their own like they have more of a scientific based belief, but they also donate money to those things, just kind of because they're part, you know what I mean? It's kind of just your thing, so you're trying to donate money to improve it or to make it better or whatever the case is. That's all I'm gonna say, because I've never talked about this especially when it comes to money, and I talk about money a lot. That's all I'm gonna say about money or about religion. There's not really much more. Other than that, there's really not much more to do with money and religion. Let's get to money and culture. Every culture is different. I don't believe some stereotypes. Anyways, I won't get into that. I actually wanted to say good things, but there's a bunch of religions I can say good things. There's no point of that. But every culture is different with their money, and every culture has different appeals. Everybody likes different things. They live in a different way. And that's what makes all of us unique. You know what I mean? I'm not a big travel guy, by the way. I have not been to that many countries at all. People think, you know, it's just an impression. You know, ever since I was young, people think I come from money and I've traveled the world and blah, blah, blah. And, you know what I mean? They just assume those things. And whatever the case is, it's not a big deal. There's one thing that I kind of realize is that I look at myself and you know, you gotta understand, looks is a huge deal. They say that first impression is the strongest impression. Like, the first impression is the strongest impression. Okay, so what can you get in a first impression? You get the look. Now, anyways, wrong guy. So you get the face and the look, right? So the thing is that sometimes we emanate vibes from us. Yeah, I mean, the mood that you're in most of the time will emanate your vibe. So if you're in a bad, grumpy mood all the time, you will come off as bad and grumpy, and people will avoid you. If you seem very friendly and happy, people may not want to talk to you, but they just want to be somewhere around you, or they want those vibes from you. I'll tell you that I have the impression where nobody really approaches me at all. I don't have anybody approach me or try to talk to me. And like, the thing with me is that I'm very aware whenever people are around me, and I don't talk to almost everybody. And there's like a few people that I will actually think that it's worth talking to, and I will. But those are very few people. Like, most of the time, I just don't want to talk to new faces. Though I will look at new faces just to get that first impression, maybe what they're like, see different people and whatnot. But I don't talk to a lot of people. I know I'm doing this YouTube thing, but this is a different platform. I am not public speaking shy. If I had to speak in front of a university audience of students and professors, let's say 1,000 upwards, I would have no issue talking to them. I would not feel confident because I don't have that academic knowledge in order to give a speech in front of them. I don't see myself ever doing that. But if I had to, yeah, it's what I'm trying to say, and I use that example. What I'm trying to say is I'm not afraid to talk to people outside. Most of the time I don't, because I just don't really want to. But when you see me, I mean, you see the way I look, and when you see me outside, if you see me in front of you in real life, you know, most people don't really want to. Most people, I'll be honest with you, people don't pay attention to me. I can go into a crowd of people, right? And everybody will notice me. I'll probably be the most noticed person in that whole crowd of hundreds or 1,000 people. I will be the most noticed person, I guarantee you. If I was to just walk through, I would be the most noticed person, yet I would be the person that people least acknowledge, where they actually look at me or try to talk to me. I'll be the least acknowledged. Nobody bothers me, and it's not because I'm ugly or anything, as you can see, and it's not my yeah, it is my appearance, but I'm a real guy, by the way. And when people see me, they can recognize that I'm a real guy, and they understand what they're dealing with, and that's all there is to it. Anyways, I'm done. Good evening again. We're done, and you know, and I'll see you guys later.